Good morning. I just had a brainstorm. Um, Normally, I schedule these things at least 6 or 8 hours in advance, sometimes a couple of days, but this one I didn't want to forget. I'm messing around with all my components here. That's how much of in a hurry I am. Um, a lot of people are confused on how to use or how to create um, wood joinery with SketchUp. So I'm going to try to come up with a really quick demo here, and I need to start another um, model over here on this one on how to use self-created components that you store on your own hard drive to be able to more conveniently use components for joinery. That was a lot of words, and I'm not sure I got it all right, but we'll work on it. I'm going to start screen share now. And here you see my typical workbench. And I was just telling my wife she can walk back and forth if she wants to, because I'm not on camera anymore. Now, what we have here is just a component. I'm going to get rid of that. And if I can do this without killing my model. There. I'm going to delete all of this. First thing I'm going to do is create a dovetail. I'm going to put a couple of guidelines. Well, I just made a good point. Let's go Control Z. And I will go ahead and make a rectangle. We'll make it 3 by 1.5. I created the rectangle, selected the rectangle size. Down in my dimension area, or information input box, if you want to call it that, I saw which way it was going, and so I just made 3 by 1.5, and I'll hit enter. Now, I have geometry there. Now, I'm going to put in a guideline using the tape measure tool. Double click that, click this one, try to take, 1.5, all right. At this point, I'm going to make an angular guide using the protractor, and I'm going to make it 10 degrees. The rise and run for the old dovetails were between 8 and 10 degrees, I believe. If you don't like the angle, you can change it. So now I'm going to take the guideline I just created, and I'm going to move it let's do it 3/16, 0.1875. Get rid of this one, create another one. Nope, 10. And then move this one the same amount, the opposite direction. I'm going to create another guide along here, and I'm going to move that one up 1/2 inch. Now, all of these dimensions are completely arbitrary. I'm going to make this active, and I'm going to use lines that I created before, my guidelines, to create another face inside of my component. I will select it. You can see I have 2 faces there. Now I'm going to select all of this, and I'm going to copy it. I don't want to do that. I want to do it this way. I want to copy this vertically 2 inches. It's probably extreme, but that's okay. Now, I'm also going to I'm going to create a vertical element through here, a guide curve. And I'm going to copy that one from this point to this point. So now I have target that I can mess around with this component. I'm going to make this one unique. And I will go through the process there. Either select it here, mouse button 1, or here, mouse button 1. Mouse button 3, make unique. Now what's going to happen if I don't do this, when I extrude this one, it's just going to be in the same spot. So, I'm going to go back down to my component 1, and I'm going to make that active, but I'm going to extrude it 3/4 of an inch. Now, ultimately, this may be a waste of time. You can create these however you want to. I'm trying to create it in a hurry without concern of what I'm doing ultimately. So I'm going to pull this one down 0.75. So now you can see I have two dovetail elements. And that's kind of weird because it's open in the bottom. Well, we'll get around it. Now one of these has to be the other direction. So I'll figure out if I can do that. I'm going to take component 2 and rotate it 180 degrees. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to move it from that corner to this corner. So you can see I have a pin and a tail set up. Now I'm going to move this down 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to explode both of these. Now, is this the best way to do it? I really don't know, but it's getting done what I want to have done. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of that, and get rid of this. Now I'm going to go back down. There's two ways to do this. I think I'm just going to go back down to here and close this off with line. My hotkey is L. I strongly recommend using hotkeys. So now I goofed up. Let's look at this thing top down. Plan view. Oops. Let's try looking at a different view. Okay, that's an ISO. Ah! That should be top view. There. And I did. Let's Control Z. Let's look at the top view again. And that's not looking right. It just looks strange. And we'll take this and move it over to our origin because it's always easier to work if you have your component set on an origin. Now I'm going to save this. I'm going to save as, and I'm going to put it in my personal directory, which is one here. Got to go up some. SketchUp 8. BW comps. I'm going to make this dovetail. Now I'm going to start a new one. And this time I'm going to copy this geometry. And what I'm going to do is put some guide elements on this one, and you'll see them appear on the next one. I'm going to make this one the dowel. And I'm going to put 2 holes. You didn't see them go over here because I was not in my component. That's always a mistake when you do not verify that you are actually in the area you want to work in. I'm going to make this one 3/16. I'm going to use these for 3/8 dowels. And I'm going to extrude this one in 0.625. Do I know that's the right dimension? I absolutely do not. And now I'm going to create a new component. Shift-C is my hotkey, and I'll just call this dowel itself. I'll make this active and make it 1.25 inches. Select that, and I'm going to try to get the center of this. Got it? And put it over here, and then I'm going to copy it again from here to here. We're going to take this component, I'm going to rotate it. Helps if you grab the right button. There. Rotate it 180 that way, and 180 this way, and then move it from here to here, and somehow I didn't get one of them 180 degrees. So rotate it back here. Doesn't want to rotate the right one. Here we go. From here to here. That's a trick that if you don't know the exact angle, it was probably 5 degrees. I don't know. Yeah, it was 5. I just didn't pay any attention. You can select an existing edge element for your lever, and then for your end lever, another existing one. So you'll rotate it exactly the dimension that you need it. So in that case, I was glad I made a mistake. I think let everybody see another little trick. I'm selecting these two. I'm going to move them up. Yeah, let's do it 1/8. Now we have elements here. I could actually get rid of this much of this and that much of the top one, because what I need is basically, in fact, I'm going to do that. I can always undo it. Let's just go back and put in a line so we have a nice top surface. There. Now you can take this either as I had it before or like this. I'm going to save this file, save as. It should go into my same directory again as dowel joint. I should have made the other one dovetail joint. Okay, now let's create a new one. And on this one, I'm only going to make one joint base because fingers are very easy. I'm going to work outside of it and put my guides in. I just made that 0.25 and I'm going to make it 5 times. Except, oh, that's because sometimes you got to pay attention to what you're doing. What I want to do is I now want to copy this way, and it didn't work. It jumped. There. Now I can key in 5x and have two copies. Now I want to do again my guide curve, and I want to take it this way, and let's do it a half. We won't be working with dimensional number here. We'll just be working. And you have to make sure you hit the point in there before you do a half. So I now have some interesting things here. I'm going to go into this. I'm going to create a rectangle here. That's the easiest way to do it. I could have just gone ahead and created a whole bunch of line elements, but I didn't want to. Delete this, delete this, delete this. Now, I'm going to save this as finger joint or box joint, same thing. And since I didn't go anywhere in my directories, I'm still in my VAW comps file, box joint. Now, I'm going to create another one and show you how to use these things real quick. Like another new, yeah, maybe that's the thing to do. I'm going to delete all of the information here. Now I'm going to import out of my VAW components. I'm going to import the box joint. Maybe. All right. I'm going to make this active. And drag this out all the way. There. No, this still didn't work. Control Z, bring it back, and then get rid of this one. It doesn't make any difference which one it's called, it's there. So now, we have information that we can now copy this up. Let's go up a ½ inch. And we'll go over a quarter. So now you can see that we have two box joints here. I mean, two sets of finger joints. So I can make this active. And let's try it this way. We may find out that what I want to do is not really what I want, but we'll try it. 0.5. Now, I want to take the top one and rotate it around 180 degrees, and then select this one. Now, this can be done as, actually, I'm probably doing it wrong, but I'm going to show you two options here. Take this and move it from here to here, and we probably don't like that. So let's move it again from here to here. And on this one, we have to take this face, and at this point, we're going to have to change it. We're going to have to make it unique again, because we're going to have to take this one and move this face in, because we're out that far. And we'll see if it squeaks at me or if it lets me do it. So let's go back into line element function. But let's make sure I'm in this component. And now we have a sealed off face. There. Now you can see we have extra junk here. We can go in and take this one. Let's put some color in here so we can see the difference between the two. Paint bucket, I normally just go Alt-B because that's my key. And we'll do this gold for this one. And this kind of blue for this one. Now you can see what we have. So, if you didn't want a joint for a running board length, which you could use this to, there's several things you make extend the, connect two boards end to end without using a butt joint. Let's go ahead and take this gold one and rotate it vertical 90. Get rid of my box. Now we can take it and move this thing from here to here. And now we have a nice little joint, all sealed up. Now, if you want more than this, there are several ways to do it. The best way would have been here, what you want in the first place. We can copy this thing, copy both of these. And I think it would have been better if I copied this into here. Maybe not. Look back. Back closer. There. Yeah, really, I kind of did this bogus. We're going to have to explode these and recreate them. I'm trying to figure out if there's a shortcut. But what we need is one of each of these exploded. And now they're still highlighted, so let's go ahead and make a group of those. Shift G. No, don't want to do it that way. We'll hide these. And now I want to see if I can group by color, because I've never tried doing this before. All with same material. I want to escape that because these need to be locked right now. I selected them and I'm going to lock them. See a little padlock there? Now I want to select all by material. It was selecting everything before. By locking them, I am saying, okay, these are no longer included. So I'm going to make this one a group, and I'll do the same thing here. Select all the same material, and it'll make this a group, and hope that what I've done doesn't mess things up. Unlock, unhide. I'm going to take this group into here, and this group into there, and I'm going to explode the groups. And then we have a little cleanup to do because it's still recognizing two entities there. But now you've just duplicated your geometry. And what I'm doing right now actually is I'm going to have to hide this because I've got an extra bogus line down here, I believe, someplace. Oh, where's shit? I have all sorts of ugly things. Okay. Line element. This may have been one of those areas where just doing rectangle would have been better. Now I have all of my let me undo something. Control Z, 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 Z. I'm trying an experiment to see if it's going to heal itself. Nope, doesn't. Control Z. So we have to go in and do the rectangle 3D. And you get rid of this one, and this one. So now you've created your box joints. This one's probably still bogus, but it gives you an idea of what to do. And you do the same thing with the other ones. By bringing them in. In fact, I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to move both of these over. Let's go 5 inches just to get it out of the way. Now I want to import my dovetail. Well, I already had a dovetail point. And we'll make them make I'm going to copy this up. 0.5. Well, I wanted it to go up, but it didn't. Copy. When you go on the blue, it's supposed to go vertical. And lo and behold, it went nowhere. So let's just copy the whole thing and we'll edit, we'll make them unique. Copy from here, 0.5. There. Did it again. Make unique. Now, I'm going to bring it back to here. There. Now let's copy both of these from here to here, 2x. Okay. Control Z. Well, that's kind of bizarre. Somehow I ended up with two. This one back to here, and this one up 0.5. I was not watching which component was actually when I was doing this. I'll grab both of these and copy them horizontally 2 times. There. So on this one, let's, since this is active, get rid of this. Make this one active. And we'll get rid of this one. So now we have elements that we can use. So let's take this one and push it up 0.5 and these down 0.5. And now you have your tails, your fins and your tails. So the next thing you can do is isolate this geometry and go ahead and make your horizontal piece, or whatever, horizontal or vertical, and then incorporate them into your solid. And you can do the same thing with the vertical ones. So to do that, let's try to go here. We don't want that active. What we want to do is create a new component. So let's do this from here to here. Create that. Make this active. And pull this up 3 inches. And we're going to take all of these and copy them into component 5. Now I'm going to make another component from here to here. And let's hide all stuff because it's getting confused. And I want the surface right here. Shift C, create another one, make that active, and put that out 7. And now select this one and these and put them into component 6. Unhide, unhide. Let's do some color addition again. Alt D. And I've explained why I've done this before. If you're confused, go check out one of the other videos. It's fun. And I'll do kind of a weird purple. Kind of a weird green. There. And that back off. Hide this one. And now, so you can see here, you're going to have some things you're going to have to fix up. Let's try to explode these. Wrong one. I'm not doing this right. Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Now you can see that we really need to do some movement on here. We'll explode these. And I think this one, and this one are the ones we want to get rid of. We'll bring another component back in. The easiest way to see what I've got here is let's just move this 1 inch. And I want to make this active. I'm going to grab this line, this line, this line, delete down, this line, and this line, and delete down. So now we have dovetails, which need to be, you can move these back and forth now that you have them done. But that shows you the basic concept of what I was trying to get done. Let's move this one back into position. And that's how we have it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to import all 3 of these again. And this one will be posted on woodworlds.com. Tail. Didn't import. Yeah, I did. And now we will go File, Import, Dowel. Now we'll get box joint first. That's right there. And then we'll go get dovetail. Nope, dowel. And we'll wait patiently while this thing decides if it's going to work or not. Now, I did not want it in the box joint component. Let's see what else we have. Clumped together. Oh, that's good enough. So this is going to appear shortly in woodworlds.com. You'll also be able to get the video from Google+, woodworlds.com, and YouTube, and probably Facebook. It's going to be on my SketchUp You Can Too post. Let me turn this off so I can wish you on. There. Turned off. For those of you that are not members of woodworlds.com, because I know you guys aren't going to do it anyway, please like my Facebook page, SketchUp You Can Too. Please leave comments so I know what I'm doing good and what I'm doing bad. And my Gmail account is bwelty5@gmail.com. It's bwelty5. Send me emails. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you need help with. I can't read your mind, but I thought this was going to be helpful today. I hope it is, and happy modeling, and I hope it helps your woodworking. Bye-bye.